is a report that says Black Americans seem to live longer when they use Black doctors. Kind of makes sense, right? When they use Black doctors, Black people live longer. And their survival is much higher in hospitals when they deal with Black doctors. And I'm sorry to say this, but there are a lot of cases, like here's a case where this white nurse not too long ago was breaking the bones of Black babies. She just got released from jail and she's back in the streets. She was breaking the bones of Black infants. This disgusting fucking piece of shit, maggot, bitch, cunt. Yeah, I said it. I wanted to add all those words in. You are breaking the bones of Black infants. There's a high rate of infant mortality amongst Black Americans because of the history of the way white doctors have treated Black patients. That's why a lot of old Black people be like, oh, I ain't going to no goddamn hospital. Shit, no, Lord. Richard Pryor had his famous joke where he said, shit, I don't want to be in a hospital, goddamn it. I want to be in the street where someone can find my ass. He said that because the history of Black people being treated like shit in the medical field is real, and it still happens now, where they think Black women can't feel pain, the pain threshold is higher, and so doctors won't listen to the cries of Black women, especially when they say, oh, I need pain medication. They're like, oh, you're fine, calm down, you're Black, you can handle it, you know, shit like that. Or you have someone like Dr. Mims, that famous Mims, who they took down his statue. He was a horrible gynecologist. They have called him the father of gynecology, and he did a lot of horrible, atrocious surgeries on Black women slaves with no anesthesia. Horrible shit. And they had a statue of the piece of shit, and they took him off. And also in Grey's Anatomy, not the TV show, but the actual book, they would actually use Black slaves to cut up the bodies to, you know, figure out what the muscles, how the muscles function, the bones. They would use Black slaves, and then in the book, they would paint all the bodies white. It's all facts. So here, check it out. Here's a book called Medical Apartheid by Harriet Washington. You have to read it. You have to read it. It's fucking dope, and it talks about the history, dark history of medical experimentation on Black Americans from colonial times to the present. So you know why they treat you like shit. You know why you come in a hospital and the nurse has an attitude with you or the doctor. So that's why when people say, don't forget history, no. You got to know the history so you know not to go to a fucking hospital with racist ass doctors. I'm not saying that every white doctor is horrible. That is not the truth. But if you do get a doctor that is not your race, you question them and you make sure that you check that they're acting right.